full or quarter circle. Does it suit? And let's do the pattern. This is my hand wearing a full circle skirt. It started as a rectangle. I cut a hole, that's the waist, in the middle, opened it out, and voila, full circle skirt. Has got some points on it, so we cut another circle around it to make it smooth, and that's the length. But how do you know that such a skirt's going to suit your body shape, especially if you've got the neglected apple body shape? You might be born with it, you might be over 40 and developing it. And that's where a quarter circle skirt can be so much more flattering for wider waist shapes, especially if you've got great legs and a cute bum. Let's talk pattern on a small scale. That is a complete full-size skirt if we put the waist in the middle. If we cut it down to quarters, folding it down to quarters, then we can understand with our brains that that's a quarter circle skirt. Now we want to do our waist, but we have to get the whole waist here from this corner. So we're going to go out with just a doll-sized waist of 20 centimeters. For our example, we use that corner as a pivot point to just get out 20 centimeters all the right way around. And what do you know? We run out of paper. So that's also going to happen when we go to our real butcher paper, and sticky tape's going to be your best friend. So let's go ahead, stick it on, get us some more drawing space. Keep on doing the waist circumference. Of course, it's a curve because it's a circle skirt. That's why we're doing this pivot approach. Now I've hit my seam line because that's the quarter piece. Sketch in the waistline, just my doll size 20 centimeters. And we've got our waist. Let's go ahead and cut that out quickly. You can ignore the excess paper under my hand there. So here we go. There's my waistband, or the waist part of the garment. And that's what we're left with. There's the waist. And we're going to need more sticky tape because how on earth can we get the length of a skirt? Once again, pivoting around from the waistband, we're going to have to add more paper. So I wanted to show you that so that you could not get tangled up in all the paper and be prepared mentally that this is going to be a floor job, crawling on the floor. Let's get to the maths, and don't worry, the neat formulas are coming for you at the end. Now I start with my sketch always. There's my skirt, and I know this length on me because I've measured it. It's going to be 97 plus 2 for a hem. You need to measure how long you're going to have yours. Mine's long. Now the other thing that we need to know is the waist measurement. But how do we know that? Okay, so we need to find our prepared waistband, and we're going to walk our tape measure around the edge of the material at the end where it's going to join your garment. Surprisingly, it may be a little different to what you planned, but it might be the same as what you have on your pattern, so you can check your pattern as well. Now, if you're doing a soft jersey waistband, then you just need to wrap your tape measure around your body, do a very deep squat so that you know that that loop of that tape measure is going to go over your widest part. You can sit, you can squat, you can do everything in that. And it will be a bit bigger than your waistband, and that's okay. So get round your measurement. Now, you remember when I had that piece of paper and I did that pivot point out from that corner to do the curve of the waistband? That line there is called the radius of a circle from the midpoint out to the circumference. The C in that formula is the circumference. We actually know that, so we'll just put that in. And then 2 pi, well, that's a number. And r, we don't know what that radius is. That's what we're finding. So we go 133, or whatever your measurement is, divided by 2 times pi, and that will be your radial measurement. Let's chuck it into the calculator, see what comes out. If you don't have a pi on your calculator, you use 3.14. There we go, 21.52 is my radius, but we're only going to have quarter skirt, so we are going to have to do 4 times that. So the radius I'm going to use to get a sufficiently wide waistband to go around me is going to be 86.16. Now, I like the maths. It makes me feel comfortable, but if you just want the formulas, here they are. Radius equals circumference divided by 2 times pi. Then you times all of that by 4. In words, radius, your pivot line, is equal to the circumference, that's your waist measurement, divided by 6.28. That's 2 times 3.14. Then you multiply by 4. And now you'll always know these. By the way, subscribe. Okay, let's see how this plays out. Of course, I do my sketch. I'm working from that corner out. I'm going to do 86 centimeters as my radial line to get my first curve, which is my waistband curve. Then from that point, I will also go a further 99 centimeters out to get the length of my skirt. If you want an easier project, choose a shorter skirt. So taking it to the floor, I did warn you, if you're going to do a long skirt in particular, this is what you're going to be doing. A short skirt, micro skirt, you won't have to do this so much. And a medium-sized length of skirt, yeah, you probably will have to do this a bit. So I've put all my papers out on the floor, I've stuck them together, and now I'm going to get going with drawing my waistline curve. Now I've got a ruler that has a hole in it and I'm going to stick that pen in there. What that's going to do is going to be in a very nice pivot. So when I put that on the corner of my pattern, I stab my pen down into that hole and then I'm just going to lever around my ruler so I get a very smooth arc for that waistline. You won't see me, as I'm slightly off screen, doing that. What you will see is that I'm playing a game of Twister, and that's because my waistline is actually really huge, so that radial line is quite long. It's almost a meter long. Lucky I've got long arms. Anyway, do the best you can. I'm sure you'll be able to manage, and this is a nice easy way I find about getting a smooth arc if I use this method. So sketching that all in, getting all the way around, be nice and patient, blah, 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 blah. Don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying this content of me crawling around on the floor. I'm sure you're about to see my pants fall down as I'm working this all out on the paper on the floor. My knees are getting pretty sore by now. Anyway, that's my waistline. It is done. And I have got that little piece of paper just to make sure I'm staying on track. I'm going to do a check on that waistline to make sure it was indeed 133 centimeters. Okay, should have turned out perfectly. I label my waistline, and now we've got to do the next bit, okay? We've got to get the length out. Now, we really should be doing this from that same corner, from that apex, and pivoting out, and that will give us a very smooth line. However, as you can see, the length is just, I don't have a ruler that long and I don't have arms that long. So I'm going to be cheating a little bit. I'm going to be radiating my length, my 99 centimeters of length, from the waistline. So I try and take it in small increments so that I am not distorting the shape of that curve too much. Again, I am going to true this up afterwards. Okay, ta-da, we get to sketch in. Oh yeah, missed some paper. I'll fill that in later. But we get to sketch in our long, curved, circular skirt hem. Ta-da! Now we need to make sure we've done a good enough job on that hem curve. So I've folded my paper pattern as neatly as I could, making sure I kept the curve of the waistline together. I'm using that ruler just to keep things flat, and so I will slide it down a few times, you'll see, and I fold it again, and I fold it again, keeping that waistline together. And what I'm looking for is discrepancies in the hem curve. So I check each layer and I see if, one is a little bit longer than the other, one's a little bit shorter than the other. I keep folding as I do this to get a better and better consistent result. And I have got a little bit of discrepancy, so I go in with my scissors. Again, make sure the waistline is together. I've trapped my paper with the ruler now to hold it all in place. And I'm just going to make that hemline consistently curved. Ta-da! Let's unfold, and I do a bit of an eyeball here, so I'm judging it just with my eyesight. It's looking pretty good. Let's have a look at this way. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Now we go and see what all our efforts were about. So we can go and hang this on our body gently so the paper doesn't rip. And this is what the quarter circle skirt is going to look like. That's just the front. I did fold this in half, so that's exactly what the front is going to look like. Now, if you're neck and neck with me, you've probably already made some waistbands. Remember, we've got the faux shirred waistband, we've got the shirred waistband, and we've got the soft jersey waistband. All of these you can choose from. And you might have that already done up and be ready to sew and have exactly in your mind what you're going to sew up and the materials all ready to go, etc. However, before I get to my cutting out, before I get to the sewing up video, I really wanted to take some time to talk about what will be easy and what will be more challenging, because we've got some big things to consider, and that can range from print. You can see I've got prints here, and of course length. So that's what's dropping next week. We're going to talk about how to choose the level of difficulty for your next project, and then we of course will get on to the sewing. Enjoy your comfy life, and I'll see you next time.